Welcome everyone to your product development journey. So the first step that we will be looking into the product development journey is personas. So we'll be introducing you guys to what personas are and why we use them and how they work. So let's go through a quick agenda of the things that we'll be focusing on in this video. We'll go through a quick overview, do a recap on personas, look into why we use personas, better product decisions, and then we will go through a short example using a fitness application. We'll go through some tips that you guys can use in future, and then you will be creating your own personas for your capstone projects. And then we will have a open Q&A session for any questions that might arise. So let us have a look at our overview. So in the software development industry, the journey doesn't begin with coding. Instead, it stops by deeply understanding our users through personas, which are fictional characters representing the real target users. We then create a mini workflow outlining the project scope and requirements, laying the foundation for success. The story map follows, visually mapping out the user journey and software features, helping prioritize and align the team. Before writing a single line of code, prototypes come to life, providing interactive mockups to validate the ideas and gather feedback. This thoughtful and iterative approach ensures that we build software that truly meets users' needs and delivers exceptional user experience. By embracing this holistic process, we create meaningful and impactful solutions that stand the test of time. So now let's do a quick recap on what personas are. So assuming that you guys have watched the video where Roman Pitchler explains what personas are, let's just dive into this quick recap. If you haven't watched the video yet, you can pause this video here, go back to the worksheet, watch what Roman says, and then you can come back and continue here. So in the software development industry, personas are fictional yet realistic representations of the target users or customers for a particular product or service. Personas are created based on research and data gathered from real users, and they help designers better understand the needs, behaviors, goals, and preferences for the intended audience. So the main purpose of personas is to humanize the user and provide a shared understanding among the development team and the people they are building the software for. So by using personas, developers can design and build products that are more user-centered and aligned with the needs of the target audience. So personas basically help us understand why we are building a specific product or application and who we are building it for. Let us continue with our personas recap, looking into what is the typical persona information we want to see. So firstly, name and background. So here you can give your persona a fictional name and some background details to make the persona seem like a real person. Next are demographics, so things like age, gender, location, occupation, so any information that's relevant to us regarding the persona. Next, we look at goals and objectives. So what is the persona trying to achieve by using the software or application that is going to be built? Next are the needs and pain points. So what challenges and problems does the persona encounter while using the software? Behavior patterns. So this would be how the persona interacts with the technology and the product being built. Preferences. So preferences would include what the persona's likes and dislikes are and what the preferences are related to the software that is going to be built. Next are technical proficiencies. So, what level of expertise and how familiar is our persona with technology? And then, what the next thing that we look at are motivations. So, what drives the persona to use the application? So, through understanding who the personas are, the developers can make informed decisions about the product features, user interface design, and the overall user experience. Personas can help prioritize development efforts by focusing on the most critical needs of the target user. So it is essential to base the persona on real data and insights from user research rather than assumptions, as this ensures the personas accurately represent the actual users and their needs. So when building our personas, we need to make sure that we cover all of these aspects so that we can build a software that meets our users' requirements. Why do we use personas? We use personas to create a user-centered design focus to make better product decisions and for validation. So let's dive into what these four factors mean. So user-centered design helps us put people at the heart of the design. So why are we building this product? Why is the software useful for that specific persona? Focus. So personas are not real, but then they help us formulate an idea of your customer and so you know who to talk to. Product decisions. So, based on what people will need or want to do on the application, you need to picture your persona using the application to receive or achieve a specific outcome. And then with validation, you need to go and talk to the people you are building the application for to see whether you have the right idea of what they need or whether you are still in the right direction. So, better product decisions are not based on what the tech can do, but what people will want to use. And better product decisions should be able to picture your persona using the site to achieve a specific outcome. So, you need to think about what might they struggle with when using the application and what would make their experience better and what might they enjoy when using the application. So if you have these questions in mind, these questions can help you build and make better product decisions. So next we'll be looking into our fitness challenge. So we said, so here is the scenario for the fitness application that we'll be looking at. So it says you have a fitness app designed for empowering youth and adults to lead active lifestyles together. So when we think about our persona, we need to think about who is involved. So think about all the roles who will be making use of this application and why do they care about it so much? Why is this application important to them? And then what particular aspects do they care about regarding your application? So you can imagine that having different roles or people using the application, they all expect a specific or different outcome when making use of the application. So let's say, for example, we have Peter. We need to think about what is his involvement. Why does he care about this application so much? And then what particular aspects does he care about regarding the application? So here is a persona named Peter who is a physical education teacher at a high school. So I am not going to read all the points on this persona template, but instead I will just give you a short summary of who Peter is and what drives him basically. So who is Peter? Peter Ramirez is a passionate high school physical education teacher. He aims to promote fitness and a healthy lifestyle among teens and adults in his suburban community. He believes in incorporating technology to make fitness more appealing to the youth. Peter prefers a fitness app with a wide variety of fun and challenging workouts suitable for all age groups. As a tech savvy educator, he uses the app to create custom fitness challenges, host virtual group workouts, and provide health and nutrition tips to the users of the app. Peter's enthusiasm for fitness and teaching makes him an ideal user of the fitness app, where he encourages community members to lead active lives and achieve their fitness goals. So, this is Peter, our first persona. Our second persona is Sylvia Zuma. So, Sylvia Zuma is a 29-year-old social worker and new mom from Kempton Park. Her main goal is to lead an active and healthy lifestyle despite her busy schedule. She seeks an app that can track her fitness progress, provide workout reminders, and offer motivation and guidance during her training sessions. Silver values a user-friendly app with personalized features, social aspects, and possibly gamification elements. As a tech-savvy individual, she can navigate mobile apps, but she prefers simplicity. Sylvia is determined, compassionate, and enjoys finding creative ways to incorporate fitness into her daily life. Her motivations include being a positive role model for her daughter and finding a sense of achievement and community support through her fitness journey. So we can see that we have these two personas here. So, what are the things that you need to keep in mind when creating a persona? So, here are a few tips for when you give your persona a name. You need to avoid using the name of someone in the room or someone we all know. So, because it happens in a case when the name represents someone we know, our brains find it hard to not picture that person. Let's say, for example, if I said one of our personas was Smooth, so in your brain, you are giving yourself double work. So you'll be like, no, the persona is Smooth, not that Smooth, an imaginary Smooth. So when naming your personas, be creative, use unique names, just to identify the persona. And when naming the persona, try to apply alliteration. So alliteration is a memorization technique repeating the first letter of two or more words. So let's say when you're naming your persona, you'll start with the role and then what is the market segment. So market segments would be something like a visitor, banker, or teacher. So when you would name those personas, try to use the first letter. So like Vicky the visitor, Lucy the banker, Timber the teacher. So try to apply alliteration when naming your personas. Unless your persona is an actual customer, then you are more than welcome to use the real customer's name. So, when choosing personas for your application, you need to consider the following: the roles, so who is involved, and then list at least two or three different roles of the personas who will be using your application and give them names. So, such as Sylvia, the social worker, and Peter, the PE teacher. So, identify the different roles your persona will have when using your application. Next, we need to identify their goals. So, for example, like leading an active lifestyle and promoting fitness and benefits they seek, such as personalized guidance and community support. So, though that's what we can identify from the personas that I created. What are their goals and what are they seeking from using the application? Next, we also need to consider what data they care about the most. For example, workout progress, reminders, and custom fitness challenges for each of the for each of the personas using the application. So when creating your persona, you need to be able to identify all these different aspects to make your persona come to life and a relevant user of your application. So now for the next step, our workshop is coming to an end soon. Now you guys will be creating your own personas. So as a team, we will provide you guys templates to create two, which is the minimum requirement, 2 or 3 personas for your capstone projects. So take time to do the relevant research that you need to make your persona come to life for your project. So the template you all will be receiving will look something like this, and you do not create a persona for yourself individually, but you guys need to come together as a team and talk about the different personas who will be making use of your application, and also identifying together why these personas are important. So now we'll be closing off our session very soon. If you guys, after watching this video, if you guys have any questions on what you don't know about personas or anything that you're curious about or want to ask, feel you are more than welcome to drop a message in the Agile Rapid Skills Acquisition channel, so that everyone else can see your question. Or if you want to keep it based on what you and your team are working, you are more than welcome to just drop those questions in your capstone group. Other than that, that is it from me, guys. I hope this short workshop was insightful, and that you have learned a lot, and that you are now ready to start building your own personas. Thank you for listening. Bye.